me. What a fun performance. And the Masked Singer is the joy and the fun that we need. Hi guys, it's Deidre Behar.
Hey guys, I'm Charlie O'Keefe.
And we host Unmasking the Masked Singer every week here at ETonline. And you might notice we're not in our studio. I'm at home and Charlie is at home.
Sitting on the floor in my bedroom.
And we're in quarantine right now, like the rest of the world. It's a very strange time. We're dealing with a global pandemic. And times are weird, and we feel it's important to be bringing joy to the world however we can. And the Masked Singer certainly does that for Charlie and for me. You guys know that. And despite the weirdness, we figured we would still continue on and do this show. We saw your messages. We appreciate that you guys watch with us every single week. So we are here to talk about the Masked Singer, to do more evidence and clues, and to let you know who went home tonight.
Yes, we are. Well, the first performer is sadly extinct yet again. Take a look at the T-Rex.
Take it up! Multi-platinum superstar JoJo Siwa!
JoJo Siwa, our girl.
Our girl, the queen of dancing, chaotic energy, YouTube, and slime. It is JoJo Siwa.
Look, I had to wear this shirt in honor of
bow.
her, the queen of bows. I really, like I said it week one, I'm such a fan of JoJo, and I think her doing this show was such a smart move because the youngsters of the world really know who she is. Like a lot of my friends who have kids, the kids are obsessed with JoJo, but a lot of people our age are not terribly familiar with her, despite her having like global superstardom and success. And I know that she wants this big music career, and I think doing this showed the world a different side of her. What did you think?
I did love how Jenny actually pointed out the clue that you referred to last week, or I believe it might have been the first week even, about the slime with Northwest, Kim Kardashian's kid, and how that was a dead giveaway for her. So the judges are on the same wavelength as us here with guessing it was JoJo, and I believe it was two of them, Nicole and Jenny, who both locked it in as JoJo Siwa, and they were right.
And look, I know you, on a personal note, you are a diehard Pussycat Doll stan.
Of course.
So I'm sure you had a complete meltdown when you watched this performance, and you got your silver lining.
I got my silver lining. I actually texted you last week and said, just randomly, I was listening to the song Jai Ho and said, why did this never win a Grammy? I stand by my statement, but I am very jealous of JoJo Siwa because she had a special moment with Nicole after the unmasking, singing with her. Check it out.
You are my destiny,
All right, so we said goodbye to the T-Rex, but of course we've still got 3 remaining contestants who are moving on to the Super 9. Of course, Charlie and I will be here next week to give you guys all the goodness as we kick off the Super 9 championships. And stay tuned to the end of the episode because we also have a little interview from last week with the Swan, aka Bella Thorne, who was voted off. But before we get into all of that, Charlie, take us into our first performance of the night.
I have loved the Night Angel since week 1, and tonight she has us shouting for more. Take a look.
You know you make me wanna kick my heels up and throw my hands up and
All right, let's just go back to basics. Week 1, we called it Candy Burris from the Real Housewives of Atlanta.
There is no doubt in my mind. I'm sticking with it all the way through here.
100%. And if you needed further proof, of course, we got a brand new clue package tonight. It was actually really cute. It was the Night Angel's friend from high school who shared some insight of their friendship and what the Night Angel went through as a young student who was also pursuing this massive career as a singer. And the first dead giveaway to me was this whole story that the friend told about how the Night Angel didn't get to go to prom, but insisted on going to her high school graduation because she worked so hard. And even though the day that the high school graduation was conflicted with a gig that she was expected to be at, she was like, I've worked too damn hard for this. I will make both happen. And if you go on Candy's website, she wrote this whole story, literally detail by detail, in a blog post. So the details of the story just match up way too similarly for it to not be Candy. What do you think?
It lines up in every way. And then tonight, on top of that clue being a very solid discovery for us to say it's Candy, we got a new type of clue tonight. So we saw Valentine's a few weeks ago. Tonight, with the guest judge, guest panelist Will Arnett, we saw them give a Lego-related clue to one of the judges that they had a former relationship with. So for this first one, we saw the Lego go to Jenny McCarthy, and the Lego said good times, and the Night Angel told Jenny that she says her name often on her show. Well, Jenny McCarthy obviously is known for her Sirius XM radio show, The Jenny McCarthy Show, and she has had Candy on numerous times where they talk all about the Real Housewives and her relationships with those women and co-stars. So I think it's a dead giveaway there. I mean, they're talking about Candy together. Jenny's friends with her. I'm sticking with Candy here.
I just can't believe that Jenny can't identify that
Her
it's
voice, exactly.
Yeah, too funny. But we're sticking with Candy for sure.
Candy. Our next performer had us pulling on the heartstrings a little bit with this out of this world emotional performance. Take a look.
Come on now, follow my lead. Come on now, follow my lead. I'm in love with the shape of you. We push and pull like a magnet do.
All right. Again, we're sticking with our
Sticking
original.
with it.
The astronaut has to be Hunter Hayes. He has such a distinct tone to his voice.
Mhm.
But even if you want to look past the voice and dig into the clues for more hard-hitting evidence or research, I'm going to pat myself a little bit on the back because I feel like I cracked the code on this one.
This is a big one you figured out. I want to point out, this is a big one.
I hope that it's true. So, all season they've been giving us these stats about how many tattoos, how many gold records, how many this, how many that. Well, they told us that there was one person who holds a Guinness World Record. And I think we finally found it in Hunter Hayes. So in the clue package tonight, we saw the dice. They were rolled on a 10. It was a 5 and a 5. The number 10 has a lot of significance to Hunter Hayes because he holds the world record for having played the most concerts in the most cities in a single day. So in 2014, he played 10 cities in 10 different shows in 10 different cities in 24 hours. How is that possible? I do not know.
I do not know, and that is insane.
But he is a real OG if he was able to pull that off, and I think that has to be him. What do you think?
I mean, if he has that stamina and dedication to do that many concerts in that short amount of time, he can definitely be running around that stage in an astronaut costume, and I think that's important to point out.
Totally. What did you take away from this?
So again, the on-stage clue with the Lego. So this one went to Nicole, and we saw the little Lego gift set. It said mall on it, and then we heard the astronaut say to Nicole, "Remember when we were both together celebrating a huge birthday?" So immediately, I know we both thought shopping mall. That would make the most sense. Who rented out a shopping mall to celebrate their birthday? Well, it's not a shopping mall. Celebrating the birthday was a little different because Nicole Scherzinger and Hunter Hayes actually both performed at the Independence Day celebration for the 35th annual Capitol 4th special on PBS. This was in 2015, and they were celebrating the birthday of the country, not a person, but the country. And on top of that, the mall, not a shopping mall, guys, it's the National Mall in Washington, D.C., the area of monuments and parks where this celebration takes place.
That is also some very, very intense deep diving on your
Listen,
part.
there was math in this clue package you did with the die. I'm doing some history over here. The astronaut is taking us through every subject this season.
Hey, listen, we're at home. We haven't left the house in weeks. We have time to do the research.
We do. Well, the Rhino is our next performer, and listen, I know, Deidre, you have some very good guesses. I want to know what you guys think, but first, take a look at the performance.
And if you get closer, it's easy to trace the tracks of my tears.
Another week we sit here going, who the heck is the Rhino?
Who is the Rhino?
So, in weeks past, I feel like you and I have struggled the most with trying to pinpoint who the kitty is. The kitty is super difficult, I think, for everyone across the board. I think the kitty is literally a walk in the park, is literally apple pie compared to the Rhino. The Rhino is impossible. So, what do we do when something's impossible? We start asking for help. So I have outsourced my research skills to my husband, who is a diehard sports fan. And I said, you got to help me out. Do you have any words of wisdom or guesses that come to mind. And he said, he watched it with me and he was like, I think it could be Barry Zito. And you know what my reaction was?
Who?
Admittedly, I love sports, just not a huge sports fan. I don't know a whole lot about it. And so my husband, being such a baseball fan, he was like, oh yeah, he's a former MLB pro. He played for the Oakland A's. He played for the San Francisco Giants. And he's also a singer. And a lot of these clues seem to match him. So in tonight's clue package, did you notice in the map that was behind the Rhino, the state of Missouri was kind of pulled out? And
I definitely had to look up which state that was. I'm not gonna lie.
No, Charlie, my faith in your geography skills has to be higher than that.
It's not.
Well, I knew it was Missouri. I'm proud of that. So I started looking online, and it turns out Barry is now married to a former Miss Missouri, Amber Sire. They got engaged in April 2011, and they were married later that year in December. So
like a little crown on top of Missouri.
Right.
It would obviously be king and queen, marriage.
The pageantry, exactly.
That's a good one for Barry Zito.
It's great. And he's talked so openly about having struggles and hitting low lows. And Barry actually wrote a memoir not too long ago where he chronicled all the highs and lows and the difficulties that he's gone through in his life and how much he's relied on his wife and how big of a role she's played in his success. So I don't know, between the Missouri and the highs and the lows clue and the memoir, I'm thinking it's now Barry Zito. What do you think?
Listen, I had no idea, so I took your advice. I went with Zito, and then I tried to apply the clues to said Barry Zito.
Yes.
Well, the Lego clue that we saw was a Lego little gift set to Robin. We saw the number 1000, and then we heard the Rhino say, we are literally on the same track. So immediately I'm like, okay, we think it's an athlete. Is it a track star? I don't know. That seems like a stretch, but anything's possible with the show. And then I said, nope, let's keep looking. And I actually found out that there is a 2012 movie called 1000 Words starring Eddie Murphy. I don't think it's Eddie Murphy, but on the movie soundtrack, there's the track, there is a song called Lost Without You, written and performed by Robin Thicke. And there's also a song called Butterflies, co-written by Barry Zito.
I feel like I need to.
Soundtrack.
You're gonna get a little.
Yes.
This is our version of a standing ovation.
A standing ovation, yeah. So I am now with you on the Barry Zito train because I mean that is a very direct clue.
Yes, and that was some deep research that you did. And look, I'm a fan of Barry. If this is Barry Zito, I'm a huge fan. The guy's got an incredible voice and an incredible story. And I guess we'll see next week when we start to unveil.
I guess you will.
Before we get into that though, guys, last week we had a really cool opportunity to actually talk with the Swan, aka Bella Thorne, who unveiled some secrets about her experience performing on the show. Take a look.
Did you help come up with all of the clues in the clue package?
Yes and no. So it's definitely an interesting experience. So you have like a really long interview over the phone.
Okay.
Your voice all disguised and whatnot. It's really interesting. And
so you're talking to a producer and your voice is disguised.
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah.
So secretive.
Yeah, it's really crazy. Yes. It's like you're actually like really. I was kind of freaked out with how seriously they really are taking it. Like it's like really serious.
Yeah.
You really can't know. And then you do a long interview and then you can hear your clue package and then they pick certain parts from your interview for your clue package and whatnot. And then you put that together. Yeah.
Wow.
And then I think another funny thing is like all day you're just learning facts about your character. Like, did you know that swans fly at this? Did you know that swans are super territorial? Did you know that swans, like, you're just like swan facts, like, you're just throwing up swan facts.
And what are you supposed to do with that?
You're supposed to, like, I think they tell you so that you get in the head,
mind space, yes.
Yeah.
I have to know, if you had continued with the show, are there, like, songs that you had on a list that you were preparing to sing and to work on?
Yeah, my next song was gonna be Changes, by Extension. I never say it right. I'm always scared of not saying it right.
Oh, wow.
And then I had some other songs picked. Yeah, I was gonna do "The Climb" by Miley Cyrus.
Wow.
Love "The Climb," man.
Can
That's a
we
great
can we
song.
get that on YouTube or on your Insta story or something?
I just start singing. I'm like, you know what? Since I got kicked off the Masked Singer, I'm gonna do my own live.
I love that she was willing to open up about so much about doing this show. And I think that's the best part, is when they want to talk about all these behind the scenes things that we don't get to see as viewers.
And I would like to personally go on the record, and I would still like to ask for her rendition of Miley Cyrus's "The Climb."
I want it too.
We're all sitting at home. We've got our laptops and not a whole lot to do. So Bella, please give us "The Climb."
Give us the
Now
song.
that we missed out on that. Yeah.
Well, guys, moving forward for next week, we now officially have our Super 9 finalists. From Group A, we have the Turtle, the Kangaroo, and the White Tiger. Group B, we have the Frog, Kitty, and Banana. And Group C, as of tonight, we have the Rhino, the Astronaut, and the Night Angel. And I am so excited to see all of these 9 on stage together.
Jenny McCarthy said tonight that she thinks the Night Angel will probably win the whole thing. Who is your pick to take the whole thing home?
Oh no, I do love the Night Angel, so she's definitely at the top, but I do think the Kitty, if she keeps this identity mysterious and we truly cannot crack it, it could be her too.
Wow. I'm with you there, but I've got a real soft spot in my heart for the Turtle.
I do love the Turtle.
The Turtle sang, danced. I mean, so did the Frog. There's so many talented
I just
people.
love the Banana, so much potassium. I mean,
Guys, don't worry. We'll be serving you lots of potassium and a whole lot more next week. We're going to try to keep doing this from home. Hopefully you like it. We're still so curious to interact with you. So we see all your messages on social media. Please keep commenting below. Let us know what you think, who you think is going to take this whole thing, and stay safe. We're with you during this weird time, but we have the Masked Singer and we have each other. So I'm Pedro Behar.
I'm Charlie O'Keefe, and we will see you guys next week.
Bye.